I want to show you guys something that caught my attention earlier this morning, something I wasn't really looking for, trying to pay attention to, none of that shit. It just kind of fell into my lap over there on Twitter from the official Delta Force game account. GTI security have been busy protecting players throughout Season Genesis. Let's check the scoreboard as we head towards the end of the season. GTI security violation report, 10-year bans, 7,305. DMA bans, 2,124. Devices blocked, 5,146. Cheat attempts stopped, 18,436. Players forced offline, 49,276. I'm not sure why they're forcing them offline. They're just going to run it back and cheat again. They should just add that to the DMA bans. Just get them out of the game. But this level of transparency, though, a game that actually cares, they're trying to do something. They got a game, it's a newer game, and they're trying to protect their players that are trying to enjoy the game. I might as well get it out of the way real quick. A lot of you guys have been asking me here and there about Delta Force. This is a game that has been on my radar, and I tried to download the beta, but it does not have controller support. Well, it didn't when I tried anyways. In this game, they still don't have a launch date for console. You guys know I'm just a filthy casual console gamer. So this game right now, like I would play it on PC if they had controller support. As far as I know, they still don't have it in the game. I think there's like some type of sloppy workaround you can have for it right now. I'm not really interested in that, man. When they drop the game, at least with full controller support, or they drop it on console, that's why I'm gonna check it out, man. I've heard some bad things about the game. I've heard some good things about the game. What I've seen from the game, it looks like games we have seen before, but it looks like I can have some fun with it. Not liking what I'm hearing about the skill-based matchmaking and shit like that, but I'm not going to judge the game until I try it. I am interested. I'm just waiting until we get that controller support or until we get that console release. Y'all are fumbling big time not dropping this on console right away, and you don't want to take too long with it because eventually people are just going to stop caring. They're not even going to bother trying. They're going to move on to something else that's going to drop on console. They'll be like, I'm good, man. I'm playing whatever it is that they're playing. They couldn't care less at that point because y'all took too long to get it done. But speaking of games that can't get it done, that's a perfect segue as we move it back over to the Call of Duty. I hate that guy. Mean words about the Call of Duty. Call of Duty, you don't ever see this shit. Yeah, you get your bans like every couple of months. They'll ban like quote unquote 50,000 accounts or some shit like that. But they're not actually trying to solve the problem though. They know those cheaters are going to be right back in the game, cheating their asses off. We've been complaining about cheaters for years, and it's actually gotten worse. Like they keep pumping up their anti-cheat too, though, right? The anti-cheat that doesn't work, the anti-cheat that we don't even know if it actually exists. They claim it does. I mean, I haven't seen any evidence of it. Like the amount of clips I see daily of cheaters just straight up rage hacking. In Black Ops 6, in Rank Play, in Warzone, it don't matter. They're everywhere. What do we hear out of Activision? Nothing. We hear crickets. This is the difference between a company that actually cares about its player base and their morale and a company that doesn't give a shit about its player base. Just how much more money are you willing to spend? Here's a couple new bundles. I checked the Steam numbers this morning for the Call of Duty HQ because those are really the only numbers that we have. And it's not looking too good for Call of Duty. It is getting worse over there on Steam for the Kakaduki. And we already know it's been dying down a little bit over here on console. But I'm not out here to drop another Call of Duty is dying, Call of Duty is dead video. None of that shit. Actually, I want to address something. I got a couple of comments about this. There's a lot of knob gobblers that just love modern COD. They love a lot of the things that we can't stand, direction, things that they've changed with the franchise that we used to love so much. So a lot of these fanboys nowadays, they seem to think that all of us quote unquote rage bait channels, we're happy that Call of Duty's in the state that it's in right now. And I kind of want to clear this up in a video because Call of Duty being down bad in the state that it's in right now is terrible for everybody, no matter how you spin it. But I find this rage bait term kind of funny. Like they try to throw this shadow and generalize everybody. It's like, oh, you complain about the game? Rage bait channel. Oh, you got critiques about this other game? rage bait channel. It's just a way to generalize and toxify a part of the community, a quick, easy, lazy label just to discredit anything that that person does or says just because they don't like what they're doing. That's why I meme on it, because I think this shit is hilarious. Oh, these rage baiters, didn't you know? These are the worst types of people in the world. They're worse than the murderers, the Diddies, all that junk, man. These are the most toxic people in the world. The people who rage bait a video game they purchased on their own personal YouTube channel. It's funny because I remember even before that, actually, before we found out XDefiant was getting shut down, you had this group of the Call of Duty community, the people that are considered to be the positive ones, right? These are the good people. These are the people that we want in the Call of Duty community, because they don't complain about the game. They just accept whatever slop Activision gives them, and then they give them more money. They go and they buy more bundles. These are the good people, right? The positive people. These are the good souls in the Call of Duty community. The people that complain, aka the rage baiters, they're the bad ones, man. They need to be put in jail because they're that bad. Such awful people, these rage baiters. But I remember these quote unquote positive people, these good for the game people, hating on XDefiant with the full toxicity when that game was still around because it was a potential threat to the culture. The SBMM, EOMM, bundle buying culture in a full price game. They need to protect that shit. XDefiant's matchmaking posed a potential risk that Activision might change their ways with the current matchmaking system we have in Call of Duty, and they can't have that, man. They can't have that. They need that handhold and protection in public matches. No, they can't have that. They hated on XDefiant with the full toxicity, but these quote unquote positive, good souls in the Call of Duty community, they were laughing at XDefiant when we found out that game was getting shut down, laughing at people losing their jobs, even making videos, laughing. Some of these really positive, really good people that you want to have in the gaming space, these soft, weak, pathetic, beta male retards, they dedicate their lives to just hating on people, stalking people, harassing people who complain about the video game they purchased on their own channel. Like they literally dedicate their lives. They don't play the game that they're defending and soldiering for. They just obsess with hating on and harassing people who complain about the game. But apparently, the rage baiters are the toxic ones. The people that complain about the game, they're the bad apples in this gaming space. Not because they're trying to get a better product, not because they're trying to get some worth there for your money with these greedy multi-billion-dollar publishers. They got more than enough money. They're just trying to fight, do whatever they can for the people who don't have a voice. They are the toxic ones. They're the awful people. They're the ones that are bad for gaming, not these enablers that just excuse everything and even get downright nasty with it, defending the multi-billion-dollar companies. This is why I laugh at this shit. This is why I meme on this shit. If some virgin nerd who gets this sensitive and emotional about people's opinions on a video game on the goddamn internet, a grown-ass man, if he thinks that I'm some type of, if he wants to label me as a rage baiter, this is why I just eat that shit up, man. I meme on this shit. I don't care what these nerds think. Think whatever the hell you want. I'm just gonna clown you, man. Bring it over here. Yeah, I'm just going to clown you, and then we're going to throw your bitch ass on the bench because you're crying too much. But as somebody who is labeled as a quote-unquote rage bait channel, I feel like I got to get this out of the way. Especially because, as you guys know, I don't hate Black Ops 6. It has gotten worse since the game that we got at launch. It just keeps getting worse with the servers, the cheaters, the whole nine. But I still don't actually hate this game, though. There is underneath all this shit, there is a foundation here, a game that we could have some fun playing if they actually listen to community feedback. Call of Duty being this down bad at this juncture of all junctures is terrible for everybody. It's terrible for the shills. It's terrible for the quote-unquote rage baiters. Dude, it's bad no matter how you try to spin it. It's bad for us in the FPS gaming space because we really don't have much, especially for a competitor, a true competitor to Call of Duty. We really don't have one. But for all these simps, all these shills, they can't upload the game with the state that it's in. Even the people who aren't completely negative about the game, they're going to jump in these streams and in these comment sections when these shills and these simps upload the game. And they're going to be like, dude, why the fuck you playing it, man? The game is in shambles right now. What are you doing? I ain't trying to watch that. And they might even unsubscribe because they're tired of looking at the game because they got to a place where they just don't care. Rage baiters, if they try to upload the game, now they're complaining about a game that people have lost interest in. People don't care about anymore. So accusing me of being happy Call of Duty's in the state that it's in, you're just speaking out of ignorance, man. Hopeful. You can accuse us of being hopeful that this might actually finally lead to some positive change. But happy? Nah, man. You don't see me out here laughing about the game like it. I laugh at the nerds, the toxic nerds that bring their toxicity over to this channel just because I complained about a game and now they're infatuated and obsessed with me and they can't keep my name out of their mouth, and they create hundreds of accounts to stalk and harass me with the negativity, call me every fucking thing in the book that you can think of to insult me. Yeah, I take shots at these nerds all the time. You don't see me laughing about the game though. Not like these nerds was doing when it was X Defiant on the chopping block though. Oh, they hated that game. They were so relieved. Finally, X Defiant's getting shut down. Yes, it's over. That's what you saw them out here doing. You don't see me out here doing that shit. So we ain't happy Call of Duty's in the state that it's in. But hopefully this can finally lead to some change that we've been trying to get. We've been trying to see since 2019. Shit, you can make an argument even before that, but really since 2019 they brought all this junk into the franchise. We had a formula, we had a game that we absolutely loved, and they fucked with that formula for the sake of new money. New money is here now. They're toxic as fuck trying to defend this new culture. We just want our game back, the game that we had before, man, the game that we grew up loving. We just want to get it back to that. Are we going to get it there? Probably not. It is Activision we're talking about, and you guys know how I feel about this company. It's one company I really can't stand. Probably not, but, you know, Microsoft, who knows, man. Maybe if we bitch at them enough, they might hear us out, but what we're seeing so far, it ain't looking too good. They're looking like a bunch of bums. But that's all I got for this one. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you on the next one.